a blind for Penny, and I think this is the Deep Sea Oracle, or maybe this is the In the Depths Oracle, I don't know, and then the Star Temple Oracle. So we're going to see what's going on for Penny. Paid list is open, guys. Whoa, whoa. Okay, hang on. This one really feels blind. Really feels blind. A whole lot coming out from this one for you. Huge, huge, huge. Give me a minute, and then we'll go into the Star Temple. I got to even see what's going on with this. Holy cramoly. We've got pillars coming up here. And I don't know why we've got pillars here. Okay. All right. Wow, this is bigger than I thought. The Sea Witch's Lair, this is already where you're at. The Sea Witch's Lair is referencing also your creative lab. This is confront the shadows, blah, 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 but your creative lab is coming in here. This is where you go up against it with yourself and you see what's going on. You know whenever you're creating art that you can take artistic license when there's a what you feel is a mistake made or something, a line drawn that you didn't plan or something shifts a little different. This is how we do it with our soul. The Sea Witch's Lair is when we take the artist license in our shadow lessons and we face them and then we move forward. This is huge. And it's something about the creative connection coming in through here too. Anchor yourself. This is the anchor. It says anchor yourself in strength and you'll find life's ever-changing tides. These are reading, but I'm not so concerned with the messages down here, believe it or not. This is what's going on. And something about this. Mo's in the house. Now, Mo is one of my guides, and I have like 4 guides that I work with when I do tarot. They're here. And Mo's been kind of quiet lately, but she's in the house right now. She wants me to tell you a little bit more about this lab space that's going on. She usually has just the Post-its, Penny. She's the one that always has like the yellow Post-its and sends notes. And she's like, look behind me, look behind me. And behind Mo, I'm always seeing these cubicles and cubbies behind her. And she's kind of got this kind of dark cavey thing. Look behind me. There's something behind the cubbies. I didn't know they did this. The cubbies, the cubicles, they move open like a door. So if you look behind all the little messages that you're sending out to others right now, it opens a door. There's a gateway opening for you. I don't know what this is about. So underneath all this service that you've done for others, all the ways you've shared with others, all the creative expressions you've done, there is something underneath there. Look behind it. Look behind it. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. Lesson of the cow pie. She's showing me this picture, the lesson of the cow pie. I haven't referenced this in a long time. Now, Mo didn't teach me this lesson. My grandpa Evans taught me this lesson. And it was, he picked up this dry old cow pie in the field outside his house and showed me all the life that was teeming underneath it. So, you know, life literally made shit right there. Like, cow lift the shit, that's fine. And the cow patty is dry, and he lifts it up and he's like, look, this is what happens. Even when it's difficult, even when you get a crappy situation, there's something good to be had. There's something good that is also behind all the ways that you've been serving. Yeah, she says, I've got it. That's what I've got. Okay, back into the cards. The ancient temple. This is why there's a door. Okay. The ancient temple is coming up here. It says, seek strength in your past and let the echoes of history guide you towards the future. Then here, the sea urchins and the siren's call. This is big. The sea urchins is like walking through that same field where the cow patty was and coming across thistle and, you know, those things that are spiky that stick to your legs. That we're getting a lot of. This is very interesting. It's in the depth, but we're also in this field, in the cow patty field. Whatever this is where it is. And the siren's call, following the call of your heart. It's like that door behind the cubbies. It's a little too Scooby-Doo for this read, but that's what it is. It feels like there's something that you push that's like a spring. There's a knowing, there's a knowledge that you push, that you activate, and it opens up. And that's the siren's call. So as you're filling along the grooves, as you're going through the Akashic field, as you're remembering, as you're creating, there's something that's just going to click. And it opens it up. And that's why you feel called. It's why you're feeling around the edges of things quite a bit. Wild. Okay, now let's see what else is going in this pillar. We've got the ocean's offering, and it says, listen to the whispers of your soul and let the beauty of simplicity guide you. This is why the edges. This is why the edges. You have to get the edges first before you fill in the picture. If you're working on a canvas, if you're painting a canvas, you always tape off the edges, like whether you're doing watercolor or whatever. You tape off the edges. Typically this, well, maybe not always, but often this is how they do it. I remember this from art class, and it seems like this holds true. You know where the edges are. You know what you're working within. This is what you're doing. You're feeling the edges, and the edges are a little different than you thought, and they're a little bit more expansive than you thought. The edges are pushing out a little bit more than you thought. Interesting. The coral crown is here. It says, forgive yourself and others, freeing yourself from the burdens of the past. Huge, 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 huge. And then giant clams. Find the peace in the depths of your being and let the quiet strength of your inner sanctuary protect you. Now we're going to go to the Star Temple and see what's going on here. Cosmic enchantress, witchcraft, and I attract a steady flow of abundance. This is what we're talking here, Penny. This feels very representative of you. This feels very much of how you manifest, how you create. And often people, when Lionsgate happens, they think about manifesting. This Lionsgate is particularly important for us to drop ego and to not worry on the manifesting and worry more about serving our higher purpose and serving our purpose here, not just serving others, but serving our higher purpose here. So as you create, as you make known what you want to do, have it be in alignment with your purpose. It's not just, I'm going to manifest a new car, blah, 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 blah. No, this Lionsgate is different. This Lionsgate feels very different. All right, what else is going on? Merope says, the fallen star shame. I no longer hide my face. Step into my light with love. And one more. Wow. The sacred orchard. Co-create. Again, this creation has to come through all this. My abundance mindset attracts endless blessings. As long as you get your mindset straight and it's not from a place of lack, you're going to do really, really well. But there's something about showing up strong and letting go of shame or feeling self-doubt, sometimes inadequacy, all of that kind of thing. Let that go. It feels like you're going to get a lesson with this. It feels like between, I don't know, Mercury retrograde, Saturn something or other, and the Lionsgate, that this is coming up, that self-doubt comes in. But there's this creation energy that needs to come through you in a big, big way. We're back with Mo. What do you... She's showing me that golden apple there, but she's showing me also the tree. It's like you could just pick whichever apple off the tree you wanted, and it's like the tree is in your backyard. There's many of the golden apple gifts already in your own backyard that you can just pluck off with ease. With ease. It is very much when you choose whatever it is that you want to create in whatever medium, be it art, whatever calling, be it serving other people, whatever it is that you're choosing to do, you're bringing joy and creativity through. And when you have the headspace of fulfilling your creative purpose, it's bringing you joy and aligning you. And as long as you're creating with joy, even if you're going up against your shadow, you bring forth big stuff, big workings. Anything else? I need to go in the backyard again. Okay. There's something about the backyard, and there's something about the apple tree. It is as if you were to climb the apple tree and be up in it and pitching apples to someone else. Now, I don't know what that's about. I don't know why you're doing that. And it doesn't seem like you use a ladder to climb that tree. No, it's like you're a little kid, like 7-year-old or 8-year-old, climbing the tree and pitching apples down and putting them in a basket. I don't know what that's about. Your art shop is in your backyard? Yeah. All of your creative fruit that is coming through you, just let it flow, let it flow. It's meant to flow. Let go of any kind of doubt ever. Be in your creative lab. When shadow lessons come up, make sure you move through it with as much purpose, intention, and ready to face it, and then bring joy forward anyway. This is huge. And let go of ego as you move forward. This is huge. That's what I've got. I'm describing your big tree of life picture. Oh, okay. All right, then. All right. That's fabulous. That's what I got for you, hon. That feels very complete. And this is the Star Temple Oracle. And this one, I'm not sure if it's the oceans or the depths or whatever, but you have apples on that tree. Holy cow. Yeah, this is why it's coming through. And it is like golden apples, the juiciness. And there's a lot of warm sunshine energy that goes into creating really juicy apples. And that's what I've got. That's what's come through for you. Holy smokes. I love it. That's great. Okay, let me get some water. And we will see what else is going on. Holy cow. That's wild. That's really, really wild. You are welcome, honey. You are welcome. Thanks, Penny. Okay. Hey, Michelle. Hey, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. List is clear. Okay, so we're going to go into something about the Lion's Gate. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about that because it feels like I need to today. And I know I'm such a bossy old cow a lot of the times anyway. But this Lion's Gate portal is different. It's got more fluidity around the edges of it. So the days prior, there is shadow that will come up for us. The days prior, there is ego lessons that will come up for us. The days prior, there is cord cutting, letting go, releasing coming up. Then if we can let go of ego and step out of our own way a little bit and be chill with allowing chaos around us and still staying centered. This is huge because what we're supposed to be doing during this Lion's Gate is letting go of our ego, of our just my way or the highway kind of energy, or needs to be this way, or my role is this. Abandon all that for a moment and return to yourself, return to your essence, return to your soul in a deeper way. This is when you're open, when you're most open to receiving. And this is when, as things happen from the 8th to the 12th, the Lion's Gate is bringing in energy that is, yes, peaceful, yes, present, Penny, yes, all of that. But it's also very, very remembering, reclaiming the new. Remembering, reclaiming the old as if it were new. This is gifts that we would have had in previous lives, or gifts that we came to the planet to use that we've just kind of maybe dabbled or just barely got inklings on. And they're coming in. And for some of us, during this little period of time, there will be activations where these are elevated, up-leveled, boosted is what I would say. So this is most important for us to know that we can be spiritually receptive because we've cleared all that other gunk out of the way. When we can clear that gunk out of the way as much as we possibly can and not be in the space of selfishness, but be very centered in ourselves, very much who we are, what we're here for, what our purpose is here, that's when we're going to be most receptive to these gifts coming through. And this is huge for a lot of us right now. So that's what I've got on Lion's Gate. It's big, big, big. Anything else? Let's look. And I'm going to look in the Starseed Tarot and see if there is anything else for the lessons. Okay. I'm going to do it in the, I'm going to use both decks. I have both decks of this. I'm going to do this and I'm going to look at the signs, earth, air, water, fire, and I just two cards for each. That's it. That's all that we're doing. This is important. So for the earth signs, 2 cards. This one. Of course it is for the earth signs. Reclaim, renew, restore, recharge. All of this with the 4 of Swords. And then the momentum comes through. This is what's coming through on these for the earth signs. Flipping those in. What's coming through for the air signs? For the air signs. And this is how we're doing today. And I don't know why. Okay. The air signs, the Empress is coming on this one. And we're pulling from the bottom. We're going deep for the air signs. You're having to go deep, deep, deep below the surface. You've got the Empress, and you've also got going beyond the gates of fear into intuition. It's more than just the balance of the domestic and the wild. It's more than that. It's looking deep in the murk. Looking deep in the depths of our own soul and trusting intuitions in order to bring our abundance about. Hey there, Tasha. Hey. Thanks. The nails are coming along. They're really fun and I quite love them. I'm not sure if I'm going to get them a little bit shorter next time I do them so I can knit a little bit easier, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. So we did earth and air. Let's do the water and the fire. Now the water is wanting to switch and I had these in these positions. So I've just brought these over here. Switch the water. There's a rebalance, a recalibration. The water signs are recalibrating. The water signs, definitely the figure 8 on its side, the lemniscate is coming through. There's something that needs to be thrown under to be brought up again. Okay, all right. What else is for the water signs? Justice, karmic lessons, harmony. Wow. And then the 9 of coins. So we've got justice coming in on the one side and the 9 of coins coming in on the other. This is about balancing. It's one of those cards that has the balance, balance, balance. This is what's coming in for the water signs. And then the 9 of coins. Being independent in your own gifts, in your own talent, in knowing your own worth, in knowing your own value, yes, but also investing in yourself and taking time for your own sanctuary. Much like the 4 of Swords says, reclaim, recharge, renew. Much like that. This also says, take some time in the sacredness of your own garden, in the sacredness of your own soul, and be still with it. If you need to go slow, if you need to just be and have a do-nothing day, that's not a wrong thing to do. This one is sitting pretty independent and well provided for. The universe has her back on this huge. And the justice and the balance coming through feels very huge. This is for the water signs. Okay. Now we need to put this back in and go to the fire. And these can go back into the positions that I had them before. So, okay. All right. Following spirit with this one. The fire signs. What are the fire signs? Ugh. Fire signs are cranky today. The other day Scorpio was pissy, but today the fire signs are a little bit cranky. I'm trying to do a lot in this particular season, which would make sense, particularly for the Leos, of course, as we're entering this time. Huge, huge, huge. Okay. Fire sign. Fire signs are not going to like me very much at all. Oh, wow. So we have the Hanged Man and the Queen of Wands. The fire signs always want to be in this Queen of Wands energy. A little bit territorial, a little bit stubborn, a little bit approached. She's the one that comes in the party and everybody turns their head. She's gorgeous looking. And I said the other day, she's the one that looks like she caught a football with her nose, but her beauty is exuding anyway. Her beauty is like beyond anything that physicality would have. It might not add up to gorgeous physically on the outside, but there's something about her that just radiates. Now this energy, this Hanged Man, there's a shift in perspective and a little bit of waiting. It doesn't feel like a delay. It feels like waiting. This queen is learning patience. This is huge for the fire signs. I'm not sure what it's like, but this is, cool your heels there, chickies. This is what I've got. Cool your heels. And your stubborn energy is not serving you right now. For her, this is the thing where she gets stubborn. The stubborn energy can present in a different way and bring more, and what I'm getting is edification, not education, edification to your soul and to those that would approach. That's what I'm getting. Wild, but that's what I've got. That's what's coming through in Lionsgate energy and for the various signs. So that's how I did it by the elements. And we can get back to the list, whatever. We were kind of short on the beginning of the show as far as the micro reads, but whatever. If you want to get a paid read, let Kim know. I did my commercial twice already, but we can do a few of the micros. These are, I believe that they are the Starseed Tarot. I think that's what they are. So that's what I think it is. I have the box somewhere. I think I have the box, but I think that's what it is. So they are great, but gorgeous, gorgeous. And I got 2 of them. They're really very fabulous. No, you know what? It might be the Galactic Tarot. Look under either of those names. Galactic or Starseed, but I'm not sure, but it's fantastic deck. Yeah, this one, it didn't take me long to realize I needed a couple of those. It's fantastic. Sharon, you're an Aries and you're very grumpy today. It's okay to be grumpy. It's okay to allow that grumpiness to move through you. Try and be patient where you can, but I suck at being patient. I am like, well, I'm getting better at it. Slowly. I'm getting a little bit better at it. Hey, Phil's in the house. Yay! Hi, honey. Hi. So yeah, if you want to do a couple more of the ask a question on the micros, we'll do those. The paid list is open. You can go ahead and hop on the paid list if you want. Usually once I'm in the cards, I'm in the cards. But we only did like 1 micro, so we can do whatever we need to do here. So yeah, just let me know. Carol Ann, should you change hairstylist due to a 40% increase? Let's take a look. We're going to Robert Corsi. He did the Ghost Tarot, and this is his pictorial key. And there's a good book that goes with this from, I think, Cassandra B is her name. But let's see. Caroline, should you change hairstylist due to a 40% increase? I'm surprised by this, but maybe you should. This is showing the death and sorrow over something. 2 cups still remain. But this is showing somebody guarding their pennies that needs to be wise about their pennies. And this is a card that says move on. All of these cards to me would say, yeah, it's okay to change that. Usually if you've got somebody that gets how your hair works and what's going on with your hair, you don't necessarily want to give that up. Like the gal that does my nails when we lived over in Draper, I'm not going to drive clear to Draper to get my nails done. So I had to find somebody new out here where I live now since we moved to Tooele area. So it's like, okay, exactly. You've gone to her for 15 years. Yeah, she's got to know that that kind of price hike is a big hike. and that you'll have to do what you have to do. It's hard to get somebody that can translate what you want done with your hair into how you want to look and all that. But these are saying it's given the okay to do it. You're going to have to decide for yourself. I might try somebody new and just see how it goes. I mean, you want to be a loyal customer where you can, and you want to be good as far as that goes. But that's a tremendous price hike, and there may be reasons for it, but anything else you need to know? I know it might seem, you know, some people would think, okay, this is kind of a shallow question to ask the tarot. No, it's not. No, it's not. How we feel about our look, how we feel about ourselves. When I have my nails done, I feel like $1,000,000. I always feel like I look more beautiful once they're done. So it feels like taking care of the outside, not in the way that's vain, but just makes us feel more like ourselves, is important. And so that should not be something that somebody says is shallow, and your money should be regarded as important too. Your only treats are me and her. Oh, Carol Ann, thank you. Thank you, thank you. No, you know where to give the gift and how to give the gift and to be aware of the coins. This is what you have to do. You have to be aware of where you're sharing your coins. You have to be aware of what you're giving and what you're getting in return. And this is huge for you. And when you share, you get more, and I understand that. But there's nothing wrong with being discerning and how you're choosing to spend your dollars. So that's what I've got for you. Okay. Meow asked if they could get a card. Yeah, Meow, I'll get you a card. Just give me 1 second. We're going to put this one, I'm going to shuffle it up and put it back. Ooh, okay. We're going to get in the folk deck for Meow. And this is really beautiful, beautiful art, but it's a little bit different because it's so dark. Meow, can you get a card? You're welcome, Carol Ann. Meow. 6 of Wands. Victory, victory, victory. What's coming in off of this isn't just victory. Usually you see typical of this is the rider on the horse in the parade. It's recognition, victory. It's a lifting up, an elevating of something. But what's coming through here also is heart chakra, heart chakra, heart chakra. There's something that you've worked very, very hard on, and it's like you had to break it down into micro task. So it feels like it's taken longer than it needed to get to this victory, but it's here, it's here, it's here. This is a shift, a huge shift, and it wasn't an easy one. I'm going to get one more card for you, Meow, because it feels like it's a complimentary insight. So let's see what we got. 3 of Swords. Yeah, you've had a hard truth that you've had to learn. So you've got heart chakra and also third eye chakra that wants to open up. The hard truth that you've been able to see is moving forward now. And this is something that's going on with you. You're balancing from here through to here. This is huge. That's what I've got for you. That's what's coming up. All right. Okay, so this is what we're doing, folks, in case that you just popped in. Oh, it's just 8 of you. You guys know this shit. If you need, Kim, let me know if I need to put this up again. I don't love doing this, but okay. You're welcome, Meow. You're welcome. So that's what we got going on. Put that down to the side for now and get a little water. And we'll see what else is going on. So Phil and I are going to be heading up to the Pacific Northwest, which is awesome, in a few weeks. So that will be very, very fun. Talk about my reads? Sure. Okay. This is the bones read. And this is, when I do bones, and I'm going to just show you a few. These are the bones. And how they come out and how they lay, whether they're in this pattern or how they tend to lay on each other will tell me what's going on with them. These are the bones reads, and I do them with certain cards, with some cards. Let me bring them over here. Bones reads I haven't done in a while, but they're some of my favorite. And some of the cards, this is the Raven's Prophecy. This is the Antique Anatomy deck. Really fun ones to do on that. There's the Beautiful Beast, Beautiful Creatures. This one reads well with the bones. And I don't know why they read well with the bones, but they just do. And then I usually read them on the mat that goes with this deck, and it's the Naked Heart Tarot from Jillian somebody. Really, really beautiful, beautiful cards. And I love her reading mat that goes with that. So if you get that deck, it's worth getting. And then the Line Striders here, I sometimes do that. Or the Awakenings Tarot. Sometimes use that. These ones for me seem to work well with the bones. I think we might just throw a few just for fun, and we'll see what's going on and just see what happens. You love how my face lights up when I talk about Phil? He is really my favorite human. He really is. So, okay, we'll see what's going on. We're just going to put this here, And we're just going to throw these back in here, and we'll throw just a few and see what we can see on here. Okay. And yeah, these are ones that I kind of made myself. It's a specialty read, so I'm just going to give a sampling of what this is for the collective, for those of us that are in here. Okay, there is somebody that's bending over backwards to sacrifice something. What we're seeing here is this cross where it's, I call it the tango position. You've got the creative energy of the heart and the solar right here, and also a little bit of the sacral, but mostly the heart and the solar chakra coming through. But there is a huge, it's like when somebody dips in the tango, you have to trust that your partner's going to hold you, and you have to lean back, and surrender to the movement of that in the dance. Now, what else is coming up on here? This bone here, it came up on its own solo. This is when you're diving into something deeper, and solo means a lesson that's an individual lesson. All the glitter on through here. And these, yes, I cleaned them and dried them and all of this, but then I painted them, and this is how my grandma would have done it. All of this is spiritual insight, and this is coming in this very mermaidy feel. We're going to break out the mermaid deck on this and see what's going on. This is the individual lesson. This is a solo spiritual lesson. You might have this, but your partner won't. But let's see what's going on. And I haven't, like, these I just got yesterday, so they haven't even had a chance. The Magician. They haven't even had a chance to really be in the collection or in the bones readings before, but everything is covered on the tatas here. You can see it's not. I'm glad that they didn't do them nude. You can see her blouse. You can see what's going on there. So this one's coming in as the Magician, and this one is the one that knows the balance of all the energies, knows how to balance the fire and the water and the air and the earth, all of those elements that we have. We know how to move forward with our resources, with our knowledge, with our emotions and our heart. We know how to move forward with this. We know how to move forward with inspiration. And this is what it's calling us to do. And having all of these elements come together and having the magic that we create. It's here first and then it goes out. I saw somewhere, and it may have been Carolyn Miss or Mice, I don't know how you say that. It may have been her that was saying something about how we interface now, and we get on email and we type the emails and like, boom, we accept that this is how it goes. We don't really have quite the understanding, although it's just the same, how our energy is and how we put that out and connect with the universe and how we draw things to us, how we send out messages. Our thoughts are so big. Our energetic signal that we send out is so huge. We do have that kind of magic and that kind of power in us, and we're just now awakening to it. That's what I've got. That's complete for a mini on the bones, but that's what I got. So that's gorgeous. So that's kind of a sample of what the bones reads are. Now, when I go into them on the bigger reads, for those, I get out the cloth, I get out 1 or 2 decks, and we go all through, and it's a big hullabaloo, super fun. So that's what that one is. Let's see. The crystal ball and the hourglass reads, those are kind of fun, and I never know where those are going. Never, ever do I know where those are going. But they're super fun. Sometimes those will take us with an echo of a past life. Sometimes a life lesson comes through. Who knows? But the most popular reads that I do are usually like the year ahead or the tarot question reads, the blind reads. Penny had that one. You saw that one. That's where we just go in with these and we see what's going on with the oracles. And the year ahead, we'll get usually 2 cards. Sometimes it's 3. If it feels like 3, I'm going to do 3. And then all 12 months in the clarifiers. And so those can take a while. So that's $30, and it's usually 2 or 3 decks, but the core lessons in the center, often we'll see the repeats and identical imagery coming through on the duplicate deck or the triplicate deck as we're going through this. I'll bring down the hourglass. Just 1 second, and I'll bring it down. But my bum is kind of going to look huge, so sorry. So 1 second. We'll bring it down. Ugh. Hang on, I'm getting the other one. Okay. All right. So these are the hourglasses, and this one is very much got a more feminine energy to it. This one has a more masculine energy. They're very different. They're high contrast, and we can go in and see how they go if we want to do this. Michelle, we're going into an hourglass read for you, okay? If you're okay with that, I'm going to go snoop for a minute. We're going to go see. We're going with this one. This one is not necessary for you right now. The masculine is not necessary right now. We're going into the feminine hourglass, if there is such a thing. I know that sounds a little bit wacky, but that is what it is for me. So we're going to go in there. Just 1 second. see what we got here. And I want to shake it. I usually don't shake it, but I want to shake it. I want the energy to be able to move. So we're going to just kind of shake it and then we'll steady it. We're going to go in. Okay. And these read very crystal ball. So for some people, this can be very boring. For some people, you're going to love it. Oh, okay. Okay. Very much it's saying, get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of your head, get out of the way. That goes for me. That goes for you, Michelle. There's a road that has rivets. I'm getting like pioneer wagon trails. It's etched into the soil, into the dirt. It's etched. There's a road with the etched track, the etched trail. You are following a trail that's ancient, older, like quite considerably older. You do have the pioneering energy is coming through over and over again. This pioneering spirit, this pioneering energy. If we go back through the ancestors, we're talking a couple hundred years ago, maybe. There's some kind of link that feels like 1870s, 1880s. Where are you going? There's something that's being built up, and it's like you go over this rise and you're going into this industrial type of it's a working space. It's not industrial in the sense of modern. It's not industrial. That's the wrong term. It's business. So it is industry, but it feels like it's raw edged, new, very, very beginning industry. It is a networking and pulling people together that many people have come to this. It just feels like small town when it first starts settling, this kind of energy going, this kind of ancestors, this kind of pioneering spirit, this kind of energy coming through. Facades of buildings, buildings that they aren't ugly building. It's a quaint little town. It's just getting set up. What do we got here? Yeah, there is something that is dressmaker shop, finery shop. Really interesting because the town is so rugged and raw, but the finery shop, I don't know what you call that. The dressmaker shop, the finery shop. Yeah. Suited and fitted. I'm seeing someone behind what looks like a counter, and then there's also these dress forms types of, like, not quite mannequins, but the finery shop. There's a connection in putting pieces together, building pieces together in the finery shop. There's some sort of natural disaster that happens a couple towns over that creates an influx of people into this town. It's big. It feels like the other town gets flooded, collapsed, something. All I can see is a smoke. It's showing me a thunderhead of smoke, but I'm not sure what that is. But those are coming into this town, and then the finery. There's something going on where the finery shop that's done so well. Yeah. Is it? Yeah. Okay. Stop. Okay. What I'm getting is the finery shop that did so well. You had to like help people out that had like that came from the other town that were kind of wacky and crazy, and that It's like helping the less fortunate, but you had the finery shop. You had like the brocades and the satins and the fancy frou-frous that would be there for this small town that was starting to grow. The town next door has natural disaster, and what happens is you find yourself being the giver, the very charitable one, helping others. So they literally clothing the people that didn't have anything after everything. The generous heart comes through on that. Huge. That's what's coming through. It was within your nature to see what was fitting for others, to like take into account, take stock, take measurement of, take measurement of, and know what needed to be done. Very generous heart in sharing and creating, so that not everybody was wearing burlap. Not everybody was going to wear the fine satines, as you called them. But the fine satins and the fine frou-frou, not everybody's going to wear that. But what was doable to share and to create and to clothe and to give generously, you did. You weren't loud about it. Anything else? Yeah, we need to go into looking on this. There's one other person in the back of your shop. You go about this quickly. You go about this very quickly without much being known. Only those that might, have been in your shop and seen the fabric and then see somebody else that's wearing it, somebody else that has lesser good fortune wearing it might know. But you and this co-creator, co-conspirator, co-worker, you create this. I mean, yeah, this is a time before there was factories, and you guys, you did a lot. And yeah, there is busyness at the machine. There's busyness as the fabric moves through. There's busyness with the scissors and the shears. There's busyness in this. It feels like there was multiple people, probably 20, 25 people, that you dove in and outfitted these people. This was huge. This is your big heart and your concern for others, where you could offer your gift. You did very selflessly, very selflessly. And the co-creator on this was good too. It was like you had a partner in crime, and this was like, when people do a Secret Santa or some kind of surprise for others, that you don't have to brag to the world that you've done this charitable good thing. You're just thrilled that you did it, and you know that it's good. That's what you were doing there. That's beautiful. That's what I got on that. Okay, I'm going to put this over to the side somewhere. Oh, we'll put it over here for now. But yeah, that's an hourglass reading, and I wanted to snoop in there. So, and yeah, that was recording. So you do worry a lot about others, and you always want to fix what you can. Yeah, your heart is just huge. Huge. But that's what came through. That's beautiful energy coming through. All right. So that's a certain style of reading that I do too, and it's super fun, and I love doing that. Blue Jay sent Venmo for full for Samantha. Let me get a little bit of water. I don't know if you typed your question, which app it is that you typed your question in or not, but I'm happy to do the reading. If I have to have you retype your question, or if you need to type it because you didn't type it in the other, that's okay too, honey. Not to worry. Not to worry. I saw it there. Go back, you. Goofy thing. Goofy iPad. Okay. It just says full. So do you have a specific thing you want me to get snoopy and nosy about, honey? Because I'm happy to get nosy. Happy to get snooping. So I got that it's a full for Samantha. I got all that. I got your payment. I just don't know what your question is. And on the full and on the mini, those are the ones that go ahead, ask a question. You can ask whatever. And I know, okay, time out before we go into this. I know some people think it, I saw someone the other day saying you can't just ask a yes or no question. I like to have 3 cards on yes or no questions when I do the micros, but they're just cards. They're just reflecting, but you can ask anything to the tarot. So if somebody is telling you you can't do this or you can't do that, I don't know that I believe that myself for my own reading, because I've seen people that do it with integrity, and I've seen people that are really sketch on it. But you trust your own intuition on which it is. And if it's a yes/no question and you feel like somebody's just being sketch, go to a different reader, or go to someone that you feel a little bit better about, or rephrase the question. Okay, just what you need to know. We're going into the spiritual tarot for you and the texture tarot for you. So that's where we're going. Spiritual tarot, textured tarot. Okay. All right. Woo! We're getting a butterfly shape. And you guys know that I love to get the shapes of the reads before I do them. We're getting the butterfly shape. We're getting cards out this way, cards this way, and up through. So let me just lean this down so you can see. I want the caterpillar body of the butterfly coming through on the spiritual cards. And then we're going to do the little wings and the big wings this way. Wild. I don't think I've ever had it come through this way. This is super fun. Okay. What does she need to know for Samantha? What does she need to know? The new endeavor going forward is super important for you to pay attention to honor to, and be creative about. The Page of Cups is coming through asking for your creativity, asking for you to be resourceful in what you're doing, not in the way of thrifty penniness, but maybe ingenious, having ingenuity and using your resources in a really clever way. This is a different way of doing art. This is a different way of bringing gifts forward. This is a different way of starting a project. And you are being asked to offer a part of yourself that maybe you kind of played down a little bit before. There's more inspiration coming through with this than you would think. Now, this is called the Spiritual Tarot, and it doesn't really show the stinky fish tea, but that's what it is. You're getting more substance as you create. The Page of Pentacles is coming through. Again, another page coming through. The gift that you need to offer. This is the one where you're learning that you're the Batman. And then the Magician's coming through. Huge. This is coming through, and if you look at this, you can almost see the figure 8 on this. It's not quite there. It's more implied than actually existent on that card. But I'm telling you, this balance and following the subtle urge is huge for you. Now, here you have the Four of Wands, synchronicity, and the star. Oh my gosh! This is insane. This is like the caterpillar knows full well it's not a caterpillar anymore. The butterfly is in the house, and the butterfly knows it. The butterfly knows that it's become butterfly. In the house, recognition of your growth, recognition of your desire to spread your wings, your desire to get bigger, your desire to expand, right? To float, to fly. This is yes. This new thing that's coming in for you in general, it's going to be synchronistic. So if you find yourself having false starts, you're on the wrong path. If you find yourself running up against obstacle, you're on the wrong path. You're bowling on the wrong lane. Like if you go bowling and you step over the neighbor's lane and you try and bowl the ball, they're going to be like, listen, Jack, you can't do that. Get back to your own lane. You're bowling on the wrong lane. Get in the lane that is yours and it just flows. All right. We're going to do the little wings. We're going to see past and future in the subconscious realm coming through here. So past, future, subconscious realm, and the little wings down below. Okay, and then we're going to see the more conscious things that are the bigger dreams. And I'm trying to scooch my cards without knocking them off my desk because this is bigger than I thought for the spread. Let me see if I can get these kind of in together here. We're going to put this because I need more room. I need more real estate on my desk. Okay, need more room here. All right. Then the conscious. And this is the textured tarot that we're going with. It's like you've known for a while. You have known for a while this butterfly energy that's coming through. Pretty magical for you. Very, very magical coming through. Yeah, you've known for a while. Keep going. This is like crazy, crazy wings. I'm telling you. It's not enough room here, but that's okay. Okay, that's what we got going. So we're going to look at the subconscious first, and then we're going to go up to the conscious. But okay, this is the spread, and hopefully you can see the shaping of it here. This is butterfly, caterpillar, antennas, lower wings, upper wings. Let's see what we got here. 8 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. Wow! Wow! It's like advance and reevaluate, advance and reevaluate. This is all about reevaluating fruits of labor, doing the work, and the pearls come later. The pearls come later. The Seven of Wands, getting clear about the boundaries and then being resilient in holding them. This is what you've done in the past. It's what you're subconsciously learning to do. It's how you're holding your own. And that phrase has come up through quite a few reads. It's not just holding space, it's holding your own. And very much like if you're a boxer in the boxing ring and you're holding your own in the fight, you're holding your own because you know when to dodge, you know when to jab, you know when to hold the boundary, and you know when to duck and weave, all that shit. That's what's coming through off of this energy. Holding your own, holding your own, holding your own. Now here we have the Nine of Wands. This is the 8. Lots of energy coming through. I read it as the 9. The 9's over here. The 8 is everything's lining up, lining up, lining up. The 9 here, the resilience is coming through as you go towards the future. The lesson of the 7s where you hold your own, hold your own, hold your boundaries. You do it with grace now. You've lined things up. It's like you are in your own lane. You've marked off your terrain, your territory, what it is you need to do. Enough time has passed that there's some respect coming in on this. What's coming through really strongly on this 9 and this resilience is there are those that may have been put down artists or tear you down or doubted you or tried to keep you small. And you chose to do your own thing, to go in your own lane, to go your own path, to be clear on your boundaries. You chose to be very clear on them. Subconsciously, you're clear on them. And you don't go announcing them to the world here, there, and everywhere. But what it is that you need to know was made known and acted upon. And this is huge. And this is how the resilience developed. And now the eyes, the way they see what you've been doing, this is shifting. There is an inevitable shift changing. The High Priestess is here, and it's honoring this High Priestess gift. I don't know. I got that upside down. Sorry. That is here. This is the High Priestess energy. This is the one that goes deep within to find her own mysteries, find her own truth, and bring it forward in whatever way it is. This is the secret. This is the hidden. This is when you buck tradition and you can't be told what is the right path for you. You must discover it, unveil it, and find it for yourself and walk that path for yourself. This is what's coming, the mysteries that unfold. Now here we've got the Page of Cups coming through. Same energy as here. We're talking about this coming through, this new creative energy. And then the 10 of Cups. You're walking really towards a happy ever after energy, this happy in your own atmosphere, happy in your own environment. It's like this butterfly that's gotten out of the cocoon is really happy to take flight now. Understanding this, it's not just back and forth on the branch. It's flying and stopping and flying and stopping and visiting a few flowers here and there and like zooming around in a way that you are more than ready for, more than capable of now. It's time for you to explore facets and aspects of yourself that were hidden or put aside, dismissed. It's time for this exploration to happen. Let's go into the Conscious Thoughts cards. Now I'm going to flip this back down again. Conscious in the past, conscious in the future. Ace of Swords, the new known truth. Of course it would be here. The Nine of Pentacles, sitting pretty in your own garden. Huge, huge, huge. Okay, all right. And the Nine of Wands. Oh, I love it. Okay, I have to show you this. What's coming in the future and in the past. This is where you were strengthening it, strengthening it. It went from conscious to also subconscious. Subconscious to conscious. This is something where you're creating time and people may be like, yeah, well, whatever. She's just standoffish, or yeah, she's too busy. Yeah, she's changed. Yeah, she's different. Yeah, you are. You are different and you have done something different. And it's starting to get understood. They're not going to get every aspect about it, but they're going to get that there is a difference now. And it's not coming from a place or space of ego. It's just you have outgrown a certain way of doing, way of being, set of people, circumstance, and you have to move forward. That's the damn truth. You can't go back to caterpillar and they know something's different. Some of them very much might be in the caterpillar stage. Others might just be in their own little butterfly stage, but not in the same terrain, so to speak. Now we have here the Page of Swords, honoring the truth. You've seen and witnessed and known. Yes, you've consciously recognized things. Hierophant. Ooh, love this, love this, love this. Okay. Subconscious here, you have High Priestess. Here, Hierophant. This is the external traditions, the external path, the external knowings, the external knowledge, institutions. Sometimes this is job opportunities and growth in that way, but it's getting access to things that are deeper access to higher knowledge that is deeper but established. It's external. It might be learning, and it might be even in books. Be careful in what you're seeking, that you're getting very clear about what you want to find in books and what you need to find from within, because both answers are meant to be there for you. One will complement and make clearer the other. It's likely that going forward, the high priestess subconsciously will clarify whatever the phrase or whatever the blah, blah, blah is in the book. It's going to be knowledge and wisdom that drop bombs down and resonates, rings like a gong, boom. And that it rings. Think about how a church bell would ring. Think about how that tone is and how it goes. It's like a signal that goes out for the whole village or whatever. This is what it feels like. Something that is that resonant. It's a truth that people have known for a while. You'll see it in a book, and it may not even be a book of scripture. It's just a truth. It's just a truth that is big and essential to who you are, essential to moving forward. It's been written before, it's been explained before, but it's been uncovered by your own spirit now. Now going forward, what do we see here? We see the Knight of Pentacles, love it, and the Two of Cups, love it, love it, love it. This preparation in the past, if I got the right one, yeah. This preparation in the past to go forward, and this is preparing. Sometimes there are books, and for you, in your read, it's coming in as books of knowledge. It's not coming in as scriptural, so do not mistake me. It's coming in as books that have sacred information in them, and they are not necessarily from like Bible scholars. Like some of the books that I have read that I really have liked in my past are some books by Wayne Dyer or Carolyn Myss or Clarissa Pinkola Estes. Those kinds of books, Cheryl Richardson, those kinds of books are books that were important to me previous in life, and that some of them I won't loan, right? So when you get these lessons coming out, it is something that is fleshing out. The bones of the lesson is in a book somewhere, and the knowing that comes within fleshes out the mystery, really fulfills it, brings it in. Now the Two of Cups, this is in response. This is you meeting you. Sometimes it's perfect business partner, perfect friend, soul tribe, family, romance, business opportunity, but it's you meeting you. It's you meeting this aspect of yourself that's coming through. This is what's coming through. It's perfect timing to meet the higher self and perfect preparation. And the information that has been laid down in the past is understood now and met well. Yeah. It's very met well. I don't usually say those words in that way, but yeah, well met. Met well. Something like that. Yeah. Okay. Going forward. Now back down to the cards. Sorry. You guys are probably going to get a little bit of whiplash today. Queen of Wands energy. We've talked about this a lot. This one, you can see the sunflower is the focus for her. This is where she's focusing on whatever brings her light, draws her forward. Whatever puts light where she feels like she's inspired and glowing and able to share. This is what's going to bring the joy and create the joy and keep the fire burning. King of Wands coming through. This is divine feminine and masculine coming through, and both energies coming through here. Really, really balanced. You need to follow your inspiration. Four of Wands was over here, right? A lot of fire energy coming in. Again, this Lionsgate portal, you need to go through it and be at that point on 8/8, which is really soon, where you can offer up something in a very unselfish manner, in a very, this is what I want to offer. This is my offering that I want to make, without concern of how the reward comes in, out concern of monetary gain, out concern of doing it perfectly, without concern of doing it right. This is what I'm offering. If you're offering a song of healing, if you're offering a prayer, if you're offering a poem or a spell or a blessing upon someone, whatever it is you're offering, whatever it is that your gift is, in that way, this is the offering that it is. If what you're offering is you're watering and putting milk and honey on the trees for protection around you and yours, that whatever it is, it just needs to be pure in its intent. The intention needs to be pure, and the offering is good. When it is heartfelt and of the soul and totally unselfish and not based on ego, this is huge for you. Okay, what else is coming in? Back down, back down. We got the Four of Swords and the Ten of Wands. The Four of Swords says you're going to need to retreat. This is, If you need to sleep in a little extra, if you need to do something that really honors you, that is taking care of you, self-care type of stuff. And it's not just spa treatments and get your nails done. It's the stuff that takes care of you. If that is playing music that is classical music and you haven't played that in a long time, but you know Vivaldi's Springtime, blah, blah, blah is great, great. Whatever it is, you need to recharge, renew, restore. This is big for you, really, really big for you. So it's important, okay? This one is huge important for you. Why? Because you're carrying too much of a burden and you've got to set it down. Now, okay, coming back up. It is not our job to carry other people's lessons. We can assist and help our fellow man and our family and our friends. We can assist. If we carry their lesson too much, we deprive them of learning that lesson themselves. It's not our job to fix. It's not our job to do that work. We have to heal our own self first before we heal others. We have to heal our own soul first before we can have that rippling out. And this is the calling in time where we are meant to set the burden down. It's close enough. Do it smarter, delegate, and really, really self-care huge. You don't need to carry these sticks or this kind of stuff in this fashion. It doesn't serve, okay? Moving forward. Oh, I love these. The last three. I'm just going to hold this up. The last three. We have the Ace of Wands, the new inspiration. There's so much wands in here. It's ridiculous. I mean, ridiculously good. This is an inspiration, ready to act on it in an aligned fashion. You have the Ace of Wands here, the Sword of Truth here. You are ready to move forward. So whatever this project, whatever this desire is that you've been mulling over, thinking, and it's time, the pages right from the jump said it's time to do it. The Magician says you have the power to manifest and make it happen. This Lionsgate, don't worry about manifesting. Worrying about offering. It's a different kind of Lionsgate. Then here, Two of Pentacles. This is balance, and it has been a little bit of juggling, a little bit tricky. This is work for stable, work for what creates flow. This sometimes in the practical sense of things is like, how do I budget gas for groceries? How do I budget grocery and school supplies? A lot of people are facing that right now. Don't think of your resources as limited. Think of how do you want to prioritize what's really important. There's a little bit of the shade of priorities needing to be taken into account. The meaningful needs to matter. Okay? The frivolous, meh. And it's a little bit of balancing and figuring out, okay, what is it that actually is meaningful and needs? This is well met, okay? Then what comes up next? Sun. Happiest damn card in the deck. This is bliss and blessings and abundance and growth and huge, huge opportunity. Huge, huge radiance coming through. It very much is like this sun energy is shining down on both aspects of the receptive one who knows who to give audience to and the action force that knows how to proceed and lead others. This is leadership principle and receptive principle. And the sun is backing both of this. This is what's happening for you. It's coming in like the butterfly that is flouncing around the gardens and the butterfly gardens. It's the butterfly that has been off the branch for a while and knows when they need to go and check out different zones, different places, different inspirational spaces. This is what's come through for you. That's complete. And this is the spiritual tarot, this one, and the textured tarot, that one. So that's what I've got for you. Holy cow, that was beautiful. Absolutely a stunner. And these decks I haven't had out in a while, but these were the ones that we're calling today. And you have so much Wands energy out the wazoo. Out the wazoo. Be sure you take care of yourself so you're not burning the candle at both ends. Hey there, Steph. Hey, hey. Good to see you. Good to see you, honey. You are so, so welcome. You are welcome. These are just gorgeous, gorgeous cards. And, like, come on. The Magician and the Star. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Let me get a little bit of water, and we'll see what else is going on. If you've paid for a reading, let Kim know. The paid list is open. And I think Kim has posted where you can pay me at and blah, blah, blah. But let me get some water so my voice will hold up for a little bit longer. All right. Oh, great to see me. Oh, thanks, hon. Thanks. 1:11 on the clock here. For some people, depending on the time zone, it might be a little bit later than that. But 1:11 on the clock here. Watch for the angel numbers, guides. And it's not so much you see the angel number, you need to look up if it's an angel number or what does this mean in numerology or blah, blah, blah. When you see the angel numbers, the repeated numbers, the sequence numbers, pay attention to what's going on in your thoughts of that space. The ones, the triple ones, powerful creation, powerful, important, impetus, new start. Okay. So that was a full reading, guys. And that one is not always, the shape of it doesn't always come in that way. It's never come in that way before. Sometimes it comes in more like the book. Sometimes it comes in like the traditional Celtic cross. Sometimes it's a line of 5 and then a line of 5 and just headline news, whatever it's coming in. But whatever it's coming in is whatever it's coming in. So that's what we're doing. So yeah, if you want to get on the paid list, let Kim know. If you have questions or if you want to see some of the cards from my different decks, I'm happy to share. You guys know I love tarot. Love, love, love it. And I'll show a few of the cards that are from this new deck. This is the Mermaid deck. And it's the Mysteries of the Deep tarot. But look at the King of Cups. I mean, that just is like Neptune himself. I mean, fantastic. There is a little bit of repeating on this imagery here where it's like the bearded white man, King Neptune energy. And it's there in the Emperor and also in the Hierophant and in a few of the other ones. Carrie, Phil and I are vacationing in August. Will you send me an email? I'm going to send you an email from my Angie Does Classes email. And I will try and pin Phil down on a day. I wanted to know some of the good hippie trippy shops to go into that are kind of up in the Northwest. So if you know, I would love to dive into one, maybe go get some coffee together or whatever if we can pull it off. If not, just visit the shops. But shoot me an email at Angie Does Classes, okay? And I will shoot you one from there. So look in your stuff and see if it's there. I can't wait to get up to the Northwest this time. I know there's going to be a huge amount of healing energy. We're going to go from Reno to Shasta to up and kind of Zen navigating. Northwest Cali and then Northwest... like Oregon, Washington. We may end up at the Space Needle, all of that stuff. So, yeah, guys, if you want to email me and I'll keep you posted. I'm not going to probably be doing tarot, but I'm telling you, I'm very much feeling called to Shasta, called to a certain spring, called to different energy, different knowings. It's like, okay. And Shasta is very, very sacred. It's one of those sacred geography places. A few years back, I got called very much to Sedona and did some healing work with one of my sisters. And it was super, super cool. So if you can get in the areas where there are and you're feeling the call, you might want to get into certain areas of geography. And somebody said, they used the word grid worker. And I always had thought of grid workers as somebody that's doing stones and crystals and creating a crystal grid and sacred geometry. I didn't think about actually being on the ley lines or in the sacred spaces and anchoring down energy and doing an energetic exchange with the literal geography, which is what's going to be happening. It's very gorgeous. You're in Redding, an hour from Shasta. You hike everywhere. You guide me, guys. Okay, so send me, Crystal, send me an email and send it to angiedoesclasses@gmail.com because we're going to be zooming through, but we're going to just kind of take it as we go. We have part of it planned at the beginning, and then it's going to be just Zen and the art of navigation from there, and wherever Spirit takes us, which isn't usually how Phil and I do it, but it's going to be really fun. So, okay. All right, let me show you a couple other more cards. Ooh, Knight of Pentacles. Look at that. So these are coming in. These are just gorgeous, gorgeous. 8 of Pentacles. I love that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. These cards are beautiful, and it's the Mysteries of the Deep. And, okay, if you look... I love that these mermaids have the boobies covered. They do. So I shouldn't get any kind of like, TikTok is mad at you, and I didn't have to Sharpie anything. They're gorgeous. You work in Mount Shasta and know the falls, trails, and sites. You'll email me. Thank you, honey. Thank you. So here's some of the other ones. And, oh my gosh, they're just so pretty. I mean, this just speaks to my heart. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, I'll put this one away. If you guys want to see some others, we'll see it. Some of the others. You'll all star the... Okay. All right. You'll star them. Okay, great. Great, great, great. Yeah, if I can just get in the energy. Like, I am not a hiker. You might guess by the chub on my cheeks. I am not a hiker. No, no, no. However, if I can get in the energy or in proximity, that's when I have huge... spiritual knowings, experiences, and leveling up type of energy. And that happens that way for me. And it's like, okay, that if I feel the call to that, then that's what we're going to do. Look at that. Gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Okay. That is just drool over that card. Beautiful, beautiful representation of the star card. Really, really, really. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you. Okay. Well, I don't know what else you guys want to see or what else you guys want to do, but we can do whatever. We can, whatever. Whatever's clever. And I brought out some different cards to the desk too. I brought the Golden Wheel Tarot out. I haven't shown you guys this one in a while. And this one took me a while to buy because it's got more pastel type of colors. And then I realized it was more vivid than what I thought. So I don't know if the original work was watercolor, but I suspect so. But it's really beautiful, beautiful cards. So that's what's going on with me. I just kind of rearranged some of them. Phil and I will be on tomorrow night. And so we'll be doing some more readings then. I mean, look at this. This is just gorgeous. I mean, is that just... So yeah, we'll see what happens. But if you guys want to get on the paid list, get on the paid list. I'm happy to do a couple more small micros if you want that. But if you want the full-on snoop kind of read, then Deep in the Cards will go Deep in the Cards. So that's what we'll do. And then in a little while, I'm going to get some lunch because Phil's coming home soon and I'm excited to see him. Way excited. So... And I brought out a bunch of the stars, not just the Galactic Tarot, but like this is the one that it's not quite glow in the dark, but it's pretty cool. And this is the Starman Tarot. And like, look at this. I mean, it's just gorgeous. So when you see this under like glow in the dark lighting, it really lights up good. So anyway... Yeah, that's what's going on. So, anything else that needs to be... if you guys are of the mind that you like to do sound healing or listen to crystal singing bowls or tuning forks or things like that, this is the time, this Lionsgate is the time to get your groove on that way. It's important. And it's a good one. So, if you can take a little bit of time doing that, huge, huge important. Like, I told Phil, I'm taking my tuning forks with me on vacation. So, I don't know exactly how they're going to be worked into what I'm doing for my own soul's growth. And it's probably not going to be like, hey, everybody, look what I'm doing. No, no, no. But I am taking them with me. So, yeah. Meditation has been amazing. Yeah, Renee, yeah. So, that's something that's going on good. And then, what else? What else is going on? Oh! Okay. So... You guys know that my sister is getting a kidney transplant and my other sister is donating. They are scheduled for Friday. So if you guys can spare some good thoughts for her, on Thursday she has to do dialysis again. And the dialysis tube that's in her neck, it looks like a garden hose, guys. And it's got two things because it withdraws the blood one way and then sends it back the other way after it's been cleaned up because the kidneys aren't working right. So she's got to do one more of those to get her blood in good shape before she goes on the surgery table. And then on Friday, she goes to surgery. So if you can send any good vibes that way, much appreciated. It's very exciting for our family to see this happening and coming through because we didn't even know if one sister would be a match for the other sister. So it's like, okay. But it's working. Miracles happen, guys. Miracles happen. So, and that particular sister is a walking miracle all the way through. All the way through. So, and this will be her 6th organ transplant because she had a digestive type of organ transplant where they did 5 organ transplant all at once. And that was like 10 years ago. And then kidneys needed happening. So, okay. Anyway, let me get some water. But that's exciting. Obviously, I'm excited about that. So, that's all good. All right. Yeah, it is kind of scary. But her whole life has been crazy, scary, crazy miracle. Crazy, scary, crazy miracle. Over and over and over again. So, yeah. This is why I say the universe is conspiring for us. I mean, the doctors said that my little sister wouldn't even see 5. They told my mom that. And she is going to be 50 next year, not this year. So, she's doing really, really well. So, miracles happen. All right, I think we're going to do a collective read and then call it good. I think that's what we're doing. So let's see what we got here. We're going into the Star Tarot. Now this one is absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It's not the Star Temple and it's not the Starman. It's just called the Star Tarot. And it's super gorgeous. And this is the one that I want to go into. So I'm going to flip this down so we can see a little bit more. And we'll see what's going on. And these ones, you bet I had to get duplicates. But that's why these are pink on the back. Because I didn't want to cut the gilding at the time. I hadn't figured out, how do I do a duplicate deck with gilded edges? And that's how I did it this time. So let's see what's going on. What do we need to know as the collective for today? What do we need to know for today? Don't be discouraged. Don't get weary in doing good things. Don't be weary in doing what it is. Don't be weary in your offering. Keep doing what it is that you have to offer. The gift you offer is not small. It is not insignificant. The gift you offer is quite huge. It does help anchor in the light. The gift that you are offering is a huge thing right now. Huge, huge, huge. Do not be weary. We've got the Strength card and the Emperor coming in. Strength card, follow the nudge, follow the nudge. Do what you are drawn to do and honor your gifts. This is how you lead. This is how you invite presence to be here. This is how you make your presence felt across the geography. This is how you create change. This is like that woman was saying, is you send an email, you fire off the ideas, the thoughts, the energy. You get your energy, your thoughts, and follow the nudge and send it on the quantum field, and it's just the same. The Emperor taking the leadership, and this is really understanding how to protect the realm, provide for the realm, but this is also taking the leadership and understanding what it is. This is somebody that doesn't follow. This is the lion, not the sheep. This is somebody that does not follow, that learns how to balance, and this is the divine masculine when it is correct. When the divine masculine is leading with gentle strength, huge power. Now, we know that the divine feminine is rising. We know toxic masculinity and the patriarchy is falling, and the divine masculine is stepping up to support the divine feminine. It's a different paradigm. It's a shift that is fully happening now. Six of Wands, there's victory on it. Huge, huge, huge victory on it. Huge growth. The recognition of this, the understanding, and the seeing of what's being lifted up in a different way is coming through strongly for us. Do whatever it is that you do. Your offering is not small. It is seen and felt by others more than you realize. And it's necessary. Things don't have to be huge to be effective. Salt in a recipe, baking soda in a recipe, vanilla in a recipe. There needs to be little bits of this, but not huge, but it makes a big difference. If you've ever made baking soda in the cookies or in the biscuits and it's too much, you know it's too much. You just need a little. If you've ever put too much salt in something, you know too much, not good, just a little. Same with vanilla. This is what it is. Our essence needs to offer just a little up, but it needs to be essential. It needs to be what's in us in our truest sense. Purest is such a word that I'm not loving. In our truest sense, this is what creates victory coming in. What else do we need to know? Okay, all right. This is really a huge, huge week for us. What I'm seeing here, and you can see too, we've got the Strength of the Emperor, and then the Six of Wands. Here we've got the Knight of Cups coming forward, asking us to quest for the Grail for ourselves. Ride the hero horse for ourselves. Be true to ourselves and honor the high ideal. Now, this one's not always good at putting things into action, but it is good at understanding the ideal and the emotion of a thing and pursuing what is the true emotion. And this is what's being asked. This is us following where our spirit actually is genuinely leading us to. And then also reclaiming what is ours. Taking some time to reclaim, not to spread ourselves too thin. Again, we don't have to put too much. We don't have to push. We don't have to force. We have to follow the gentle nudge. And then the choice, the lover's choice, following the heart's desire and being dedicated and devoted to our soul's purpose. This is what's coming through. And this is where commitments deepen, sacred contracts come in, soul contracts come in, soul family, soul tribe working together. These are major. These are major. You're calling in different energies for soul tribe. You're calling and sending out a signal that is a soul signal on a profound level. This is huge. One more? Yes, one more. Okay, guys, I only pulled 7 cards, and 4 of them are major arcana. This is major. This is us learning that balance, learning how to balance the flow and move forward. This is a huge, huge lesson. For a while, we've seen globally, chaotically, the tower in here, there, everywhere. When we anchor the light, when we be in our highest selves as much as we can, and not overkill, not exhaustion, not that. When we do that, we usher in what is temperance energy rather than tower energy. Temperance is this protected time, this bringing back the balance. It's restoration to something that's coming through. This is huge for us. That's what's coming through for us today, guys. That's what I've gotten. It's complete. Hey, Janica. Hey. Good to see you. Good to see you, honey. So, yeah, that's what I've got for today, guys. So, unless someone else is on the list, I'll probably maybe go get some lunch. Throw a card for you. Throw you a career card. Yeah, Janica, I'll do it. She is one of our regulars. So, let me just take a peek. You know, I got this new mermaid deck that I'm dying to get into. Let's do a snoop on that. 1 second, and we will take a look. All right. And this is it. And it's called Mysteries of the Deep. Let's shuffle this, and we'll throw a career card for Janica. All right, sweetie. Let's see what's going on. Seven of Cups. You got a little bit of pie in the sky thinking. You need to choose. Choose what it is that you want to dedicate to. Clear away the over-idealistic thinking. The pie in the sky thinking doesn't serve you. This is sometimes the card of the window shopper. You've seen the Dark Mansion version of it where the kid is standing outside the window and all those choices, all those options. You have to go in the store and choose one or even two in order to move forward. So you're going to have to make choices, which means even though all the possibilities look fabulous, you're going to have to narrow the field. You're going to have to figure out there's trade-offs for everything, but you need to make some choices that feel very, very true to you. This is what you need to do. This is where emotion's leading you to. That's what I've got. So that feels very complete. So that's what I've got for you. Sarah, I generally do the micro reads at the beginning of the show, and that's what I've done before, and I was just closing up the show. So Janica's been on, and she's just kind of like a regular. But at the beginning of the show is when we do them. Tomorrow, Phil and I will be doing our first of the month show, and that'll be tomorrow evening between 6 and 8, so I'll be back on. Phil is my husband, and he's coming back into town, so I was about to sign off. But I love doing this. Thank you guys for being here. Phil and I will be on tomorrow, and you can ask us some questions then. We'll be getting to the cards, throwing cards, and having fun. I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day. And Sarah, come check us out tomorrow, see what's going on. So, yeah, that's what we got going on. And, yeah, tomorrow we'll be doing, I think we do once a month, we do the Pay It Forward show. And so look for us tomorrow. Pay It Forward show is a great show. All right. See you guys later. Thank you, everyone. Mwah. Much love. Have a fabulous, fabulous day. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.